The second I walked into the classroom, the boy sitting across from me instantly covered his nose and mouth. The look on his face, like I smelled awful, honestly made me wonder if something was wrong with me. But before I could even process that, the teacher told me to sit right next to him. And every time I got close, he'd hold his breath like it physically hurt, like just being near me was some kind of torture. I was completely confused. I didn't smell anything weird at all. And what made it even more awkward, before the bell even rang, he rushed out of the classroom like he couldn't get away fast enough, then went straight to the teacher asking to switch seats.
Just a minute, dear. I'm afraid you'll have to stay in biology.
I just have to endure it.
I felt humiliated. What I never could have imagined, though, was that this boy would end up being tied to my fate for the rest of my life. My name is Bella. I'm a transfer student, new to this small town. My mom just got a new boyfriend, so I moved here to live with my dad, who's the local police chief. Yeah, the place is kind of in the middle of nowhere. But the old pickup truck my dad gave me, and Jacob, my childhood friend who grew up with me, those became the only things that made me feel even a little bit of warmth here. Even so, adjusting wasn't easy, especially starting over at a new school where I didn't know anyone. But somehow my looks made me stand out right away. Guys at school kept noticing me. Even when I accidentally hit someone in the head with a ball, they just laughed it off and forgave me instantly.
I told them not to let me play.
Oh, wait. No, that's don't.
Everyone here already knows each other, so a new face naturally draws attention. But I didn't really care about any of that, not until he showed up.
That's Edward Cullen. He's totally gorgeous, obviously. But apparently nobody here is good enough for him.
Edward, he had these perfect features, and his eyes were so deep like a bottomless lake. He wasn't alone either. There were 4 others with him, all carrying that same cold, distant vibe. They were adopted by Dr. Cullen, and their skin was so pale it almost looked translucent. They kept to themselves, never really interacting with anyone else. But what caught my attention the most was the way Edward looked at me. There was this strange hostility in his eyes, like he had something against me for no reason. I wanted to ask him why. But after the teacher refused to switch our seats, he just stopped coming to school. For the next few days, his seat stayed empty, and somehow that left me with this weird sense of loss. Maybe he was avoiding me on purpose, but then a week later, he suddenly showed up again in biology class. And this time, he was completely different. The coldness, gone. The distance, gone.
Hello? I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to introduce myself last week. I'm Edward Cullen. You're Bella?
Yes.